co-coordinator, Golden Gate Chapter of Code Peak Women for Peace, and the director of Berkeley No More Guantanamos. We're here today to protest the John Yoo, professor of law, who recently received an endowed chair from the university, which is a slap in the face of the human rights community and the Berkeley community. We are also here to ask for his ouster from the faculty of the law school. And the reason for this is that, according to the new Senate report which was released, the Intelligence Committee report, John Yoo is complicit in torture. He conspired to commit torture, which is punishable under the Convention Against Torture, Inhuman Treatment, and Degrading Treatment, and also Title 18 of the United States Code, which says that torture is illegal in all circumstances, in every circumstance. John Yoo has been a tenured faculty member here for more than 10 years. When he took a leave of absence to work for the Bush administration in the Office of Legal Counsel of the Department of Justice, and he wrote legal memoranda giving legal advice that torture, which he redefined as enhanced interrogation techniques, he called that legal. He gave the legal green light to the Bush administration to do what they were already doing at the time, which was waterboarding detainees. And we found out about the legal memos that he wrote when Obama took office, actually before Obama took office. And since that time, we have been calling for his dismissal from the university, or at least an investigation of John Yoo for his crimes. Some people say he hasn't been convicted of a crime. Actually, that's not really true. There was a war crimes tribunal in Malaysia which convicted him in absentia of war crimes. Under the Convention Against Torture, any complicity in torture is prosecutable and must be prosecuted. In other words, our Department of Justice, our Attorney General Eric Holder, must act to prosecute John Yoo. He has no discretion in the matter. He must go forward with the prosecution of John Yoo. And we are ashamed that our law school faculty has John Yoo on it.
I'm the Vice Chair of the Berkeley Peace and Justice Commission. The City of Berkeley Council in 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010 called for the prosecution of John Yoo, Donald Rumsfeld, and all other government officials complicit in torture. They also called for, in the event that John Yoo is prosecuted and convicted of human rights violations for his participation in drafting the legal memoranda authorizing the use of torture on behalf of the United States government. They urged John Yoo's current employer, the University of California, to terminate his tenured faculty status in accordance with faculty protocols. And they made other demands having to do with Assistant Attorney General Jay Bybee, who's been elevated to the federal bench. The question is that we are asked, why does the City Council get involved in international issues? Very simply, the City Council and the members of the Peace and Justice Commission, and all other elected and appointed government bodies in this country, swear an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
I'm an attorney, member of the National Lawyers Guild, chair of Michael John Civil Liberties Institute. I'm here to support and call for the removal of John Yoo from the law school faculty. John Yoo is a criminal. John Yoo is part of a group of criminals that need to be prosecuted. Some of those that have been named in the most recent report from the CIA, and others that are unnamed have to be investigated. The importance of understanding how we feel about John Yoo and how we feel about the torture is part of our understanding of what's happening in our society. I don't mean to suggest that we have been better morally in our society. We've certainly been cruel to many parts of our communities for all of our existence as a nation. But we've committed to certain ideals about morality, about violence, about torture, and about the need for a just society. And I believe we still have to push for that. Those of us who value this freedom have to fight for it even more forcefully, even as we understand and are cynical about the prospects of receiving justice. The violence that our society perpetrates is something that Martin Luther King remembered, that he lived in the most violent nation in the world at the time he made the speech at Riverside Church. We still live in that very violent nation. We still have to remember that. We now live in an America where we are becoming more and more militarized. We are accepting more and more military options for what we should do. John Yoo is part of that. John Yoo represents the cutting edge of the right that people are asserting in this country to kill anybody that they want to destroy anything they want to destroy what they think is a challenge to their sense of society. But what they're destroying is a just society. They're destroying the sense of justice that we want to perpetuate in our communities. The militarization of the police, torture of folks who are captured by our American military, the secret renditions of folks is part of the militarization of our society, the militarization of our moral compass, that we are unable now to fully understand what impact that's going to have for us in the long term. But what it does do for us right now is destroy our sense of self-confidence in the world that we live in. And while we call for the elimination of John Yoo from the Berkeley Law School, I also want to express that I see the connection between John Yoo and the people in the streets. And hands up, don't shoot.